the Trebloc Report. No, it's the Trebloc Show. Sorry, I don't know the name of my own show. I do know the name of my show. It's not that popular yet because of technical difficulties and haven't spread it across the internet yet. So again, I will tell you what the show is about. It's about me taking what a guy on a major network says and flipping it around. He pretends to be something, I pretend to be something else. Anyway, I flip it. Not that I like flipping stuff, but I do flip stuff occasionally. Back in the real estate days, you could flip a house for a good profit. Now you could flip a house for a good loss. Anyway, let's start the Trebloc Report. I meant show. On January 25th, Nefitz wondered if America can continue to grow. America's great because we outconsume every other country in the world. But we haven't got any fatter in our waistlines the last 5 years. Nefitz said if we eat more, we can consume more, and thus buy more, thus help the economy more. Well, according to Nefitz, corn syrup from the 1970s, well, it was invented in the 1970s. Hopefully we're still not eating it from the 1970s. Led America to get fatter every year. So, anyway, I'm not necessarily in favor of consuming more corn syrup, so we'll have to go an alternative route, which means one thing. We either have more kids, or we have more illegals come in. Come on over. Come on over, Jose. Red Rover. That didn't rhyme. So if we let more illegals in the country, that means more consumption. More people also means more tax revenue, which equals more government programs to feed the poor. And the more poor equals the more consumptions of high fructose corn syrup. And more consumption of high fructose corn syrup equals more diabetes, and eventually more diabetes equals more kidneys that need to be grown in farms. Yes, farms. And when you go to the McDonald's in the future and get your high corn syrup recipe, you will also be able to get a new kidney with your fries and your Coke. Although you'll have to speak Spanish to order it. On January 26th, the Oracle Nefitz made fun of South Carolina Lieutenant Governor Andre Bauer, whom was quoted as saying, basically feeding the poor will cause them to reproduce. Well, if the poor isn't going to reproduce, then only the rich can reproduce. And if only the rich can reproduce, then who's going to service the rich kids, you know? If there's no poor kids around to help them out. And so they'll have to be illegal immigrants. And then, I don't know. It could get a little ugly. I don't know. I don't know what my point was there. I'm not perfect. It's just a show. Anyway, on January 27th, Nefitz stated that corporations can now sponsor presidential campaigns and give them financial aid in an unlimited amount. Nefitz didn't like this, saying that something about the Supreme Court overruled presidents in this decision. Now, does Nefitz know how much money it takes to run for president and to win? Ask Obama. It takes a damn lot. I suppose Nefitz wants presidents to get donations the old good American old-fashioned way. Having the Chinese over for dinner at the White House. You remember the 90s, don't you, Nefitz? Anyway, on January 27th, I believe, Obama gave his State of the Union speech. I think that night I was too busy masturbating to... that's how I masturbate, in the air. To porn, and yes, I was masturbating to porn that night, and so I missed it. I didn't catch the speech, but I did watch some black porn, so I'm not a racist. Okay, I was at work. Sure, I could have caught it on the internet later, but I just can't get away from my porn addiction to long enough to watch an hour and a half presidential speech, or however long it was, I don't know. Guy just babbles, what can I say? But I like to babble myself. I'm babbling right now. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. If Obama had been doing a nice redhead during the speech, then I might have watched the speech. I don't know how Michelle or Congress would have felt about it, or that matter the American people, but some of us would have liked it that way. It would have been a lot more interesting. Believable. Whatever you say during sex, you better believe it. Okay. Besides a woman faking an orgasm. But that's never happened before. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yes, this week I have learned something new. I like to learn new stuff. I like to grow as a person. I like to become bigger than I actually am. So I'm trying to consume high volumes of corn syrup while letting illegals through the border. Okay, I'm not letting them. I'm driving them through the border because we all got to make money somehow. I was busy during Obama's speech driving a truck of 52 illegal immigrants to the United States to become meat plant workers and to babysit rich kids. Yes, that's what I was doing during Obama's speech. I wasn't masturbating. I'm a liar. But anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, this week I've learned about how the Federal Reserve System works. Basically, it goes like this. We ask the Fed to make some money. So the Fed says, okay. So what do? We give the Fed a bond in the amount of money that they're going to make, a U.S. government bond. So the Fed makes the money, and then we owe the money back to the Fed plus interest. So basically, the Fed owns most of our national debt. Now, some Republicans, like Ron Paul, says that we should end the Fed system. But since I disagree with everything a Republican has ever said in the history of Republicanism, I say we should give the American government to the Federal Reserve. Thus, we will be known as the United Federal Reserve States of America. And if the Fed doesn't like it, sorry, there's no take-backies, Fed. We owe you a lot of money. We can't pay you back, so America is yours now. And we end this week's Trebloc report with the pictures of the 12 new owners of the United States of America. There's 12 banks around the country that consummate the Federal Reserve. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas, even though it's February. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have someone in your life besides your computer like me. Yes, I'm lonely, but I always have my leader, Obama, and he keeps me warm.